mixed up with crystal visions. Oh, how crystal clear they've become. I had some dreams I couldn't see, but I'm not blind, not anymore.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Wow, it's been a while since I've updated you guys. 3 years, but who's counting? Wow, I haven't done a vlog in so long, you guys. So long. Well, we're back, and that's all that matters, right? So I bet you're all wondering why we're back. And it's very obvious, at least for me. Oh. Girl, anyway. We are back because I have not one, but 2 albums out now. I'm an independent artist. Hey. Cheers to that. Yeah. I'm gonna take a little food break really quick. Oh my. I'm sorry, I'm eating some chicken nuggets, girl. Okay, so back to what I was talking about, being an independent artist. Wow. I mean, there's a lot I want to talk about when it comes to my music, but we're gonna do separate videos on that today, and it seems really backwards. But today I want to talk about my second album, my baby, Crystal Visions. It's my second record. And I want to just go through track by track with you guys about how they were all created, the process, just each track individually, which the first one we have is 2020. Okay, but before we get into that, I'm going to have another chicken finger. All right. So the first one on the track list we're going to talk about is the album opener. Obviously, that's 2020. 2020 was the first song I created for the record. And 2020 for me is kind of like a double entendre. Obviously, we have 2020 Vision, but then also the year 2020. Obviously, my thing is putting in each of my records a numerical year. And I felt like this one, 2020 was the first song I created for the record, and it's just like, it was kind of the emphasis on what that record was going to be about. I saw the crystal visions. Oh, how crystal clear they come is one of the lyrics, and that was actually, that lyric right there was like the catalyst for the album. And why I made a song called Crystal Visions, and why I named the album Crystal Visions, because I felt like every song was like a vision of maybe what I had gone through, what I had wanted, what I had felt, or, you know, just, it's all like, it all interlines in like a vision, and tells like a story. Also, 2020, that, like I said, was the first song that I created for the record. 2020, I remember before I recorded it that night, I had, because it was on, like, I don't know, Mercury was in retrograde, like a lunar eclipse, and it was a full moon, and I don't know, but I remember that night specifically, I was drinking, I'd already been working on a record, my second record, and it was going to be more of like a pop album, but I didn't feel very passionate about the material, and I know that really, like, it's kind of, I mean, bad to say, but I just was not passionate. I don't like, everyone wants me to make like a club banger or a pop hit. I just don't feel like that's where I'm at right now. Like, you know, I just don't, it doesn't serve me. So I, like I said, I got drunk off wine And I had some friends over, and then they left, and I was listening to Taylor Swift, and I just felt really inspired, and I found this instrumental. And I was listening to it, and I was like, wait a minute, this could be something. And I just got on my mic, and just the words started flowing out of me, the melody, everything. 2020 was in one take, one vocal take. I did not do anything. I didn't change it, just one vocal take through. And then I finished that. And yeah, that was like the catalyst for the record and why it became what it became. So yeah, that's the story behind 2020. Well, how it was made. The story behind 2020 for me was, honestly, that year was so hard for me, and I had a lot of dreams that died that year, but a lot of dreams that came to life, and I was battling a lot of stuff. And I don't know, I had like a wake-up call that year, and it was like, I seen life for what it is, what it truly is, and what it can be, and that if I put my mind to something and I manifest it, it can happen. The power of manifestation is so real, and we'll get into that later on. But yes, that's the story behind 2020. All right, the next song we have up on the docket is Let the Caged Bird Sing. That was, I'm trying to think. It was one of the last songs I recorded for the record. I recorded about 25 songs, but I don't know. I was just really inspired one night. And I was just feeling away. I forgot what song I was listening to. But I was just in a mood. So I just got on my mic and literally Let the Caged Bird Sing is one take. I didn't even edit the vocals. I didn't do anything to them. They're raw, obviously, as you can tell. It gives like a very churchy theme to me. Like I wanted something that felt healing, but also like, I don't even know how to explain it. But Let the Caged Bird Sing, the backstory behind that is that I just was in a mood, and I don't know, like being in a mood is so, it doesn't really explain it, but I don't know, we all want love, but sometimes it's just really hard when you have a guard up, or you know, you've always felt like you're too hard to love, or people have made you feel that way. And when you have something good, you just don't know how to appreciate it or let that good person in, because you've never been treated like you were a good person. So that's just how I felt creating that song in that moment. So that's Let the Caged Bird Sing. So the next song we have on the track list is, can I get a drum roll? Ba-da-ba-bum-bum. Number 3, To Be Loved. That song to me is my best song. I knew it the moment I recorded it that was going to be the first song I was going to put out for this record. That is like the song I feel like just I was meant to make. I had been searching for like the kind of feel, the kind of like production, like that kind of witchy, mysterious vibe. Like that's what I've wanted. And To Be Loved is just mystery, magic, witchery, all of that just wrapped in one. And just, I had the lyrics in my head for such a long time, but I could never find like the perfect melody or the perfect instrumental, the perfect anything. But I knew, and I had for a long time, the words to be loved and to have someone. And I don't know, that night that I made 2020, right after I made 2020, I recorded To Be Loved. And oh my god, I just knew in that moment, again, one vocal take, but I just knew To Be Loved was going to be the first song I put out off the record. I just knew it. It's my favorite one. I want to record a music video to I can't talk. I want to record a music video to it. I just don't. Honestly, it's really hard to even find someone to record a music video, let alone budget it, but I would love to. That is, To Be Loved is my personal favorite song from my discography, my best song. And if I never create a song better than that, that's okay, because To Be Loved is my best one. Like, as Karina, my bestie Karina put it, that's your big one. Obviously, the story behind it, I mean, we all want to be loved. It's a yearning. Like, we all yearn to be loved and have affection. And it's not even about sex at the end of the day. It's just we all want someone to love us unconditionally. Like, it's just a yearning we all have. And I feel like that's very relatable, is it not? But that's the story behind To Be Loved. All right. And the next song we have on the docket is Evergreen at number 4. Number 4 on the track list. I'm wearing my Evergreen shirt. This is what I call the Evergreen shirt. And it was on the single cover art. Evergreen. I've always wanted to make a song called Evergreen. I love the word. And I don't know, I just could never, same with To Be Loved. I always had the word evergreen in my mind for a song, but I never knew, like, my process with songwriting is so different, which we'll get into that in a different video. But I could never find something that, like, would bring on the process. And when I found the instrumental for Evergreen, I don't, like, that one, again, one vocal take through. And I just was speaking from my heart. The backstory behind Evergreen is just I had a relationship that just was not going that well. And it was a long time ago, but whatever. Anyway, it didn't go well, and it's just like, you know, it took me a long time to realize, like, oh, like, am I the problem? Like, is it me? But then I realized, no, like, I'm not the problem. It's not me, it's you. Like, my love is evergreen. My love is everlasting. You just don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to deal with it. And you don't know how to appreciate what you have. And that's fine. And someone else will love me and appreciate my love. You just can't. And that's okay. So that's the story behind Evergreen. My baby. That's another one. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on Evergreen. My favorite was my coworker. She had said, I want to listen to this song under a tree, tripping off acid. Yeah. Hey. That's a compliment. Okay. But yes, Evergreen, that's my baby, and that's the story behind the making of Evergreen. Alright, number 5 we have. Drumroll, please. This angle's not flattering. Oh, my eyes, bitch, my eyes. Number 5 on the docket, on the track list, we have Something. Something was like a really odd creation because, again, one vocal take. I'm a one vocal take kind of girl. I like the process of doing vocals and adding everything and redoing them, but it's just so hard. Like, so hard to conquer the beast that is vocal production. Very hard. But Something was just something to me. Like, I don't know, it was like, everyone's had that before, that one love that they would do anything for, and they just feel so numb that even if the relationship's bad, they stick with it because it makes them feel something. It was very, I would say, my Lana Del Rey inspiration, I guess. I was listening to a lot of Lana at the time. So shout out to Lana Del Rey, one of the best songwriters of all time. And in the beginning, my friend Eric, he was teasing me with that little vocal clip I put in. So I just, the song is about pain. So I was like, oh, with that little vocal clip where he says, I'll kill you, put that on your album. I thought it was cute to put that in there, so I did. Shout out to Eric. So yeah, that's just basically the backstory on something. Nothing major. It was just a cute little song that I made. Alright, number 6 we have Just a Little Bit. That song for me is so special to my heart. Just for the lyrical content alone, I feel like for me, I did one vocal take. I feel like I could have brought more, but I just felt like it was perfect the way it was. Very simple vocals. For me, it was more about showing off my songwriting, my lyrical content. I never thought I could write a song. I never thought I would be a songwriter. And honestly, like, I'm very proud at what I write. I think I'm a really great songwriter, and I never knew I had that gift until I started making music. But just a little bit as like a lyrical show off for me. Like, one of my favorite lyrics is, sweet like honey, all my senses hit the ground. How could you break my heart like this? Sweeter than fiction, and I know it's a fact. No, I can't handle that. That is one of my favorite, that's the bridge, and that's one of my favorite lyrics. But yeah, I really love Just a Little Bit. Honestly, the backstory behind it, I was thinking about one summer that I had with a boy, and I would have done anything for him. Anything. I would have died for him. But it didn't go well, and that was just the, no matter where I go, all I see is your face, and boy, I die. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Everywhere I went was a reminder, so that's one of my little crystal visions, girly. But yeah, that's just a little bit. Coming in at number 7 is Breathe. Breathe. Just breathe home. That's one of my favorites off the album. I listen to that one a lot. Again, that one, I remember when I heard the instrumental, I wanted something airy, like a very 80s synthy, airy kind of atmosphere kind of vibe with the song. So I felt like the vocal production took forever on that, but just the song alone, I remember I went through it the first time, and the lyrics were so different, and I was like, no, I don't think it fits the song. And then I just belted, like the first chorus, I just belted that. And I'm like, wait a minute, like, this kind of sounds cute. So I just went with it, and honestly, that's one of my favorite records that I've ever created. Very 80s synthy, something you would hear on the radio. That's like the radio hit of the album. The backstory behind Breathe is very simple. It's just like, we all have that, again, we've all had that one person where we're just, they soak up all the energy and they take up all the oxygen in the room. They just wow you like that, and you want to be near them, but you can't, because every time you're around them, you're breathless. So yeah, I mean, that's, just the backstory behind it. Hi, it's me. Can't believe we're here again. And the next song on the record, coming in at number 8, is Top Shelf. That was the last song created for the record. The vocal production took a lot, and a lot of work, just because I wanted the vocals to be something different. Like, I didn't want it to just be, I wanted them to have kind of like a spacey kind of feel, but also, like, that one, I felt like it was too long to be an interlude, but too short to really be like a full song. But I didn't want to make it an interlude because it was cute the way it was. Like, it's not just like an interlude, like it's a song to me. Like, the melody and everything. That was written just, had a little crush going on. And I could tell they liked me, but it's like, you like me, but you're showing like mixed signals. Like, you know you want this, so come and get it. Period. That's just that on that. So yeah, Top Shelf was the last song I created for the record. It fit right in. I thought it was perfect. It had to go out. One of my more vibey songs. So yeah, that's the backstory behind Top Shelf. Oh, girl, look at the sun beating in my blue eyes. All right, at number 9, we have That Effect on Me. That song is basically Daniel Dillon, the pop star, the gay pop star, featuring Daniel Gunderson, the straight man. So that song was just like, when I created it, I did the full falsetto. And oh my god, I keep pausing, I'm so sorry. I just trying to get the thought out. I got ADHD, okay. So when I created it, I did full falsetto and one vocal take. The falsetto was one vocal take. The baritone vocals, one vocal take again. I keep repeating that it's all one vocal take, but I feel like it's really important to say that because the quality is there, honey. I have the voice. I'm very gifted. Not to be arrogant, not to have an ego, but I know I'm very gifted with that. And for a very long time, I was very insecure about my voice. But I'm not insecure anymore, and I have a beautiful voice, and I don't need auto-tune to really record. And it feels great to say that after being told for so many years that I had a terrible voice by my father. So, yeah. But anyway, back to the song. That Effect on Me. So yeah, the song was created with one vocal take, the falsettos, but then I was listening to it and I'm like, no, like this just can't, there needs to be more. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hear a song and you're like, yeah, there needs to be more. And I had showed a friend that song. Shout out to my friend Jenna. I had showed her that song and she was like, you should do like a back vocal, like, you know, in between. So I'm like, okay. So when I went back to recording it, I did like a deep voice. I thought it would be cute if I had like my falsetto, my head voice, and then I had like my deep voice as like a little back and forth between the songs. So that's what's called the Daniel Dillon featuring Daniel Gunderson song. But That Effect on Me, it's just basically about, you know, someone that's fucking hot, honestly, that, you know, DTF, like, you have that effect on me, you make me feel this way, boy. Like, that's just what it is. It is what it is. Like, I don't know what more to say about that song. Listen to it, because it explains it. So yeah, that's That Effect on Me. The 10th song we have on the album is Nostalgia, number 10. Nostalgia was created, that was like a process. Like, I had the instrumental, but then it was like trying to get the vocals right and the melody and like the lyrical content, because I wanted a song about nostalgia, but I didn't know how to get the lyrics, how to get it in there. So it took forever. But then once I found the melody, then I started constructing the song lyrics, like, and I felt like with that one again, like Breathe, I wanted a very 80s kind of vibe. Like, the album was very 70s, 80s, rockish, indie, pop vibes, all mashed into one. And with Nostalgia, I just knew I wanted something very 80s, really big. I wanted soaring vocals, but I wanted them to bleed in. I wanted it to bleed into the music where it all just transcends like it's one. But I wanted very big vocals, so I spent not a lot of time recording it, but I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what melodies I was going to do. To me, I was channeling Linda Ronstadt in the vocal department. That's like was the inspiration behind that song, but also Stevie Nicks. Very Stevie Nicks inspired to me as well. Nostalgia is basically about just when you... Obviously, we all get like the nostalgic feelings when we see certain things, but then there's certain things that we see that remind us of bad things in our life. And it's taking back that power, and whatever made us feel bad, we just make a memory with it to make it better. So when you think about it, or it reminds you, or something reminds you of it, you have a good connotation, a good memory that goes with it instead of just the bad. And just living with the nostalgia of maybe a past life or like the past in general, and just being okay with it and letting everything be a good reminder of how far you've come, how far you're going to go, and the journey thus far. And that is nostalgia. I'm gonna have another chicken finger break before we go into the final song. So good. So the final song we have on the record is the title track, Crystal Visions. That song is like my mantra. Like when I listen to it, it reminds me, manifest, be a good person, wish what you want into existence, think about what you want, wish it into existence, work hard, get through it. It's all about the power of manifestation, the crystal visions that I see. That song is very beautiful to me. It's important to me. It's my mantra. I listen to it every day just to remind myself who I am, the power I have, the power of manifestation, the power of wanting better in life. Being a good person is very important to me. Trying to be a better person, because you can say you're a good person, but there's so much more in life that you can learn. Every day you just learn something new. You learn how to be good and better. But Crystal Visions is such a mantra to me. And it came, like, that song came to me through the lyrics of 2020. When I made the lyrics, I saw the crystal visions. Oh, how crystal clear they come. And like, crystal visions, like, that's perfect. Like, it's a perfect title for everything. So I had made that record, again, one vocal take through, and it was just basically me talking to myself, reminding myself, be a good person, manifest. It's all about the crystal visions, what you see, the signs. It's so important in life when you see the signs to know that you're doing good and to just keep on a good, glorious, beautiful path, and to keep being an open, honest, loving human. So that's Crystal Vision to me. I love the production on that. The wind chimes in the beginning reminded me a lot of my childhood. Again, going with the feeling, the crystal vision-y feeling, the nostalgic feeling of the album. The album means a lot to me. The album is my favorite of anything I've done. Honestly, a year ago, I didn't even think I was going to put out a record. I was so insecure with my music. I don't want to cry. But like, just to see where I was a year ago and to see myself now with a second record already, like, I did not think this was going to happen this soon. And to already be here with a second record, it's like, wow. And Crystal Visions is my magnus opus, my best work to date. I love this album with every inch of my being, and I hope you all find what I find in this album. My first album was for me, my debut record, The Remnants of My Past Life, which I'll get into that in a later video. But the first album was for me. The second album is for you. It's for everyone. I hope you all find joy, heartbreak, love, whatever you need in this album. I hope you find it. I hope you find the magic and mystery and the mayhem and everything in between that was made into this record. Oh, not the burp. But this album is very special to me, and I hope it's very special to you guys. I hope you live with it. I hope it's a record you turn on when you're having either a good time, a bad time, anytime. But I hope you guys find something in this like I do. But yeah, Crystal Visions out now. Nice to check in with you guys. It's been a while. But yes, the videos will be back. I'm going to do a video on my debut album and explain that. And then I'll do a video explaining my process, recording music. And then, who knows what we'll do from there. But see you later.